Hey everybody, welcome to another Romanvs The Collective. Today's topic, what advice do you have for your younger self? Man. There's just so much to unpack there, you know what I mean? There's so many examples, and then depending on what I say will completely change and alter my life. And there are just certain aspects I wouldn't want to have missed out on because without those experiences, I wouldn't be me in my current form. And in which case, I wouldn't be as prepared for different things as they arise throughout my life. You know what I mean? So I'll give the example. If I told my younger self, hey, don't get married so young, I wouldn't have learned all the ways to completely ruin a relationship and all the ways that kind of letting your male ego lead the way is one of the fastest ways to deteriorate any relationship. And I'm not sure. That's kind of crazy. I could tell myself not to get hurt, right? But if I were to do that and I never did, I didn't go into work that day, or, we didn't jump in the car and I wasn't in that accident. Those things happening to me, although, yes, it took quite some years off of my quality of life. It still ails me to this day. It does restrict me from certain things. At the same time, the level of empathy I've gained for other people going through worse, if not the same, situations, I I don't think I would have I mean, I've always cared about people in general, but not to the extent in which, like, I can understand somebody with physical ailments. I can understand the turmoil that someone goes through when their emotional state, their mental is off the rails, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, if someone's in deep depression, I get that because a vast majority of my depression came from when I got hurt. So do I take that away and then never experience that? So then how can I speak to it? That's the part where I connect to people the most, is when I speak and I give advice or I say anything, it's usually through my experience. So if you take those away, if I had to go back and if I could go back and just say one thing, one fundamental thing, I think personally it would be in regards to my love life and my friendships. So, in regards to my love life, I would probably tell myself something along the lines of ease up, right? Because in my younger days, I hurt a lot of people, but it was because I was going through my own trauma and I was scared of intimacy in any sort of way. And I hurt a lot of people. And then when I started getting out of that and I started being able to commit, I then chose the wrong people who then hurt me to an extent in which I, for the next few years, was again incapable of that connection. And again, hurt a lot of people. And if I could, I think I would just go back and tell myself, listen, know when you're ready. Know when you're ready. And in these moments in time, you knew you weren't ready, but you still were trying. And we could have avoided a lot of heartache. And in turn, I would have a lot less regret. And in terms of my friendships, growing up, my father always told me the only friend you have in this world is a dollar bill, because a dollar bill won't betray you. A dollar bill, it's just monetary value, and it gets you what you need or what you want. And friendships don't mean anything. It's this dollar. And when I was growing up, I was so adamant on proving him wrong that I let a lot of people in my circle. I built up my own circle. I built up my own family, and we were a tight knit group. I would have kept the circle smaller because there were a lot of people in there at the time, and who they were cool cats to hang out with and stuff like that. But a lot of those individuals were then in turn a few years later the ones that caused me so much pain, that did things behind my back. And if it were up to me, if I could go back and change that, I would keep the circle smaller. I would keep, there's a handful of friends that I still have to this day that I would have just kept it to them if I could have. And I do, again, I've learned from all those mistakes. I do appreciate the memories and things, but yeah, those are that I can think of right now. Those are the things I would tell myself is like, hey, slow down, buddy. You're looking for love. You're desperate for love. You're not ready for love. And in the ways that you are, I would have steered that more towards the friendships, right? And built those friendships up. And less focus on the rest of it, I guess, so to speak. But again, all those things made me who I am today, and so I am grateful for them. But of course, every tough road you wish you could have made just slightly lighter. But it's because of those experiences that I'm able to navigate so easily through life now. So I would love to hear from you guys. What is something that you would tell your younger self? It doesn't need to be anything major. Keep it lighthearted, I guess, if you so choose. But continue to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys sharing and throwing me these questions, and it's good for me too because it allows me time to think about myself and again self reflect, and that's good for all of us to do from time to time. So yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.